Everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Harshita Pishe here. Firstly, I would like to thank you guys for 96 subscribers. I'm really happy. I never thought I would come so long. And then after that, I would like to thank 4 people, I think, who helped me through the career of YouTubing. That is, one is Smita ma'am, Karthik sir, and then also I would like to thank Siddiq and Vignesh for helping and coordinating and sharing my videos. Today I'm going to discuss about the Constitutional Law 2 paper. So if you are a student of second semester, as much as I know, I'm handling 2018 and 2019 batch and the second semester students. So we have appendix 10 syllabus. So in that you have Constitutional Law 2. I attended the Constitutional Law 2 paper recently, and the powers of the president is one such important 16-mark question which will 100% come. So that is one question what I would like to discuss, and also discuss what is the sources of law. So now coming with what is powers of the president, he has a right to he has certain powers. So I'll just tell you the powers, and then I will discuss it in depth. What are the powers of the president? So firstly, we have judicial powers, we have appointment powers, we have financial powers, we have emergency powers, we have military powers, we have pardoning powers, and we have legislative powers. So what is the judicial power is, he has the right to appoint the Chief Justice of India, and under his recommendation he has the right to appoint the other judges, that is the judges of the Supreme Court and the High Court. Now coming to what are the appointment powers, he has the right to appoint all the important posts in India. That is, firstly, he has the right to nominate 12 members of Rajya Sabha, he has the right to appoint the judges of the Supreme Court, he has the right to appoint the judges of the High Court, he has the right to appoint the Attorney General, he has the right to appoint the Auditor General, and also he has the right to appoint the Comptroller in India. And also he has a right to appoint the chairpersons for the national commissions like scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, all the chairpersons for that particular national commissions. Now coming to financial power, he has the right to introduce the money bill in the parliament. That is, only with the president's recommendation the money bill will be introduced in the parliament. Now coming to military power, he is the supreme commander of the armed forces. He has the right to either declare a war or he has a right to conclude the war with peace. So that is one power what the president has. He is the supreme commander of the armed forces. Now coming to pardoning power, we all know that the sentences, sometimes the death sentences is sometimes there is a lot of sentences like the death sentence or imprisonment for life. All those sentences, only the pardoning can be given by the president. Only the president can give the pardoning to these particular sentences. Now coming to legislative power, we all know, or we all are aware, that the bills are being passed in the parliament. That is the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Until and unless the president gives an assent to the bill, it does not become an act. So the president is a person who is giving an assent to the bill, and then it becomes an act. So that is a very important point that we have to note it down. And now coming to emergency power, he has the right to declare national emergency in the case of external aggression. He has the right to declare financial emergency, and is also having the right to declare the state emergency. So 3 kinds of emergencies is what he can declare. So these are all the important points what I wanted to discuss in powers of president. After that, coming to what are the sources of law. Now we have discussed the sources of Hindu law and we have discussed the sources of Muslim law. Sources of Hindu law and sources of Muslim law are kind of different. Now I am going to discuss a very general thing, that is only the sources of law. So what are the sources of law is, we have custom, we have legislation, and we have precedent. So these are the 3 sources of law. So now what is custom? Custom is a very old kind of thing. Okay, so it's something which has been followed for years together, and people have been following it from years together. So now what are the various essential valid requisites of a valid custom? Would be like it would be like certainty, conformity with statute law, or it does not oppose the public policy, or it is accepted widely by a lot of people, and it is a very old source of law. Okay, custom is very old. So that is the first primary source of law. After that, we have legislation. Legislation is definitely law making. So that is the second source of law. Under legislation, we have supreme legislation and we have subordinate legislation. I will make a separate video of what is legislation, what is supreme, what is subordinate legislation. After legislation, we have another thing which would be the president. What is president is sometimes certain higher courts give certain judgments Okay, what the lower courts use those judgments as a reference. Okay, suppose there is one case which is there in the higher court and they have given a judgment, they have pronounced a judgment. The same case is running in the lower court, or same kind of case is running in the lower court. They take the reference of the higher court and they give the judgment. They take the reference of the higher court and they give the judgment in the lower court. That is said to be a precedent. Precedent is also a source of law. Okay, I'm discussing here the sources of law, so you just don't get confused with what are the sources of Muslim law or what are the sources. It's sources of law. It is not sources of Muslim or Hindu law, it's sources of law. I hope this video is very clear. So we have discussed the powers of the president and we have discussed the sources of law, and after this I will be coming up with more and more videos. If you guys have any queries, if you guys have any doubts, if you guys have anything, please leave a comment below. Please do follow me on my social media pages, that is hpishay9, and you can also follow me on my YouTube channel, which is a Harshita Pishay YouTube channel. And if you have any queries, please leave it below. And thank you for 96 subscribers, means a lot. And please do subscribe and please do share. Thank you.